Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a powerful question. What if I told you that the secret to better energy, sharper focus, deeper sleep, even stronger relationships lies in something invisible, silent, yet absolutely powerful inside your body? I'm talking about your hormones. Hormones are not just medical jargon. They are the very messengers that control how you feel, how you age, and how you perform every single day. And here's the truth: modern lifestyle is hijacking them. Stress, poor sleep, processed foods, and lack of movement are leaving millions of men and women hormonally imbalanced, exhausted, overweight, irritable, and disconnected from their true vitality. Sleep is not just rest, it is the most powerful natural medicine for your hormones. When you go to bed and drift into deep restorative sleep, your body enters into a repair and reset mode that no supplement, no workout, no diet can ever fully replace. Every night as you close your eyes, your brain and body start recalibrating the delicate hormonal symphony that determines your energy, mood, weight, and even your longevity. One of the first hormones that responds to quality sleep is cortisol. The stress hormone follows a natural rhythm meant to rise in the morning to wake you up and fall at night to allow you to rest. But when sleep is disrupted, cortisol stays elevated, leaving you anxious, restless, fatigued throughout the day. Just as importantly, testosterone, which fuels strength, vitality, and libido, is produced primarily during the night. Without deep sleep, testosterone levels plummet, and this leads to fatigue, low drive, and difficulty building muscle. Growth hormone, the hormone of youth and repair, also released in pulses during slow wave sleep. It is this hormone that helps the body heal, regenerate tissues, and maintain lean muscle while burning fat. Estrogen and progesterone, vital for women's reproductive and emotional balance, also depend heavily on restorative sleep. When sleep is compromised, cycles become irregular, moods become unstable, and the entire hormonal orchestra falls out of tune. The truth is that sleep is not passive. It is one of the most active biological processes you will ever experience. Your liver detoxifies, your cells repair oxidative stress, your brain cleans itself through the glymphatic system, and your endocrine system recalibrates. Studies consistently show that even a single night of poor sleep can lower insulin sensitivity, spike cravings, and throw off hunger hormones like ghrelin and leptin. This is why people who chronically miss sleep often find themselves gaining weight, battling sugar cravings, and struggling to maintain healthy energy levels. Modern life has tricked us into thinking that sleeping less is a sign of productivity, but in reality, it is one of the fastest routes to hormonal collapse. Creating a strong sleep routine is one of the most underrated health practices. Going to bed and waking up at consistent times, keeping the bedroom dark and cool, limiting screen exposure before bed, and practicing calming rituals like deep breathing or reading can shift your body into its natural circadian rhythm. Think of sleep as a nightly appointment with your hormones, an appointment that decides how sharp, strong, and vibrant you will feel the next day. By honoring those 7 to 8 hours of sleep, you are not just resting, you are actively choosing to reset and rebuild the most important hormonal foundation of your life. Movement is one of the simplest yet most transformative ways to reset your hormones naturally. The human body was never designed to be sedentary, but modern life has forced many into chairs, cars, and screens for most of the day. This stillness sends the wrong signals to your hormonal system, creating imbalances that lead to fatigue, weight gain, insulin resistance, and mood disturbances. When you start moving your body daily, even in small ways, you awaken a cascade of hormonal benefits that no pill can provide. Exercise improves the sensitivity of your cells to insulin, the hormone that regulates blood sugar, which means your body uses food more efficiently instead of storing it as fat. Without movement, insulin resistance develops, leading to prediabetes, diabetes, a roller coaster of energy crashes. Regular physical activity also directly influences testosterone, a hormone essential for strength, vitality, and sexual health. Resistance training and high-intensity workouts have been proven to boost testosterone naturally, giving men and women alike more drive. confidence, and stamina. Movement also elevates endorphins, the feel-good hormones that act as natural antidepressants, instantly improving mood and reducing anxiety. Cortisol, the stress hormone, is also regulated by exercise. While intense, long-duration training can spike cortisol if overdone. Moderate and consistent movement helps to normalize it, leaving you calmer and more resilient against life's pressures. For women, exercise plays a critical role in balancing estrogen and progesterone, reducing symptoms of PMS, easing transitions during perimenopause, even lowering the risk of hormonal related conditions like polycystic ovarian syndrome. Growth hormone, the hormone responsible for repair, muscle recovery, fat metabolism, is also stimulated by quality exercise, especially strength training and interval workouts. This is why people who move consistently not only feel stronger, but also appear more youthful and vibrant. What makes movement so powerful is that it does not have to be complicated. A brisk 20-minute walk, dancing, yoga, bodyweight exercises, or lifting weights 2 or 3 times a week can all send powerful signals to your hormonal system. The key is consistency rather than intensity. The body responds to daily patterns, and each time you move, you remind your system to stay balanced and energized. Beyond the physical, movement has a deep connection with mental health and social bonding. Exercising with a group or partner increases oxytocin, the hormone of trust and connection, making relationships healthier and life more fulfilling. Your hormones thrive on rhythm, and by choosing movement daily, you reset that rhythm in your favor. Every step, stretch, and lift you take becomes a message to your body that you are alive, engaged, and committed to your best health. Stress is one of the most powerful disruptors of hormonal balance, and yet it is often ignored until its damage becomes visible. When the body perceives stress, whether it is emotional, physical, or environmental, the adrenal glands release cortisol, the primary stress hormone. In short bursts, cortisol is life-saving because it sharpens focus, raises blood sugar for immediate energy, and primes the body to handle challenges. But when stress becomes chronic, cortisol remains elevated for long periods, throwing the entire endocrine system into chaos. High cortisol blocks the production of testosterone, weakens estrogen and progesterone balance, and interferes with thyroid hormones, leaving you feeling drained, sluggish, and unable to concentrate. Over time, this hormonal imbalance contributes to weight gain, mood swings, sleep disturbances, and even reproductive difficulties. Managing stress is not a luxury, but a necessity for restoring hormonal health. Simple practices have been shown to reset cortisol and bring the nervous system back into balance. Deep breathing, for instance, activates the parasympathetic nervous system, signaling safety to the body and reducing cortisol levels. Meditation and mindfulness practices calm the overactive mind, creating space for clarity and relaxation. Even as little as 10 minutes a day of intentional breathing or stillness can begin rewiring stress pathways in the brain. Another effective way to regulate stress hormones is through gratitude. Keeping a daily gratitude journal shifts focus away from fear and worry toward positivity, which lowers stress chemistry and increases dopamine and serotonin, the neurotransmitters of happiness. Nature exposure, sunlight, grounding activities like walking barefoot on grass can also reduce cortisol while supporting circadian rhythm, which influences melatonin and sleep quality. Physical activity in moderation is another tool for managing stress effectively. Exercise releases endorphins, which counteract stress and create feelings of well-being. However, balance is crucial because excessive high-intensity training can elevate cortisol further, so a blend of strength training, walking, yoga works best for stress regulation. Social support is equally important because meaningful conversations, laughter, and intimacy stimulate oxytocin, the bonding hormone that naturally reduces stress response and helps restore emotional stability. Even the act of hugging or spending time with loved ones has measurable effects on lowering cortisol levels. Stress management also requires conscious boundaries in daily life. Disconnecting from constant digital stimulation, practicing time management, prioritizing rest can dramatically reduce the body's stress load. Small rituals like shutting down devices an hour before bed, practicing evening relaxation, or simply pausing between tasks help reprogram the nervous system to function in balance. Every moment spent managing stress is a direct investment in hormonal health, because when cortisol is under control, every other hormone begins to find its natural rhythm again. Nutrition is the foundation of hormonal health. Every bite you take sends a signal to your body that can either support balance or push it further into chaos. Hormones are chemical messengers built from the raw materials found in food, which means the quality of what you eat directly determines the quality of your hormonal function. Processed foods, refined sugars, artificial additives create inflammation, spike insulin, and disrupt the natural communication between hormones and cells. On the other hand, whole nutrient-dense foods provide the essential vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats your body needs to regulate insulin, cortisol, thyroid hormones, estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. For example, protein is critical because it supplies amino acids that act as the building blocks for hormones and neurotransmitters. Without enough protein, your body struggles to repair tissues and maintain stable energy levels. Healthy fats, especially omega-3s from fish, nuts, and seeds, are equally vital because hormones like estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone are derived from cholesterol. Starving the body of good fat starves the body of its hormonal foundation. Colorful vegetables and fruits provide antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress, which otherwise damages hormonal receptors and disrupts balance. Leafy greens like spinach and kale help detoxify excess estrogen, the ED, while cruciferous vegetables such as broccoli and cauliflower support liver function, which is essential for breaking down and clearing used hormones from the system. Complex carbohydrates like quinoa, sweet potatoes, and oats stabilize blood sugar levels and keep insulin balanced. When insulin is stable, energy is steady, cravings are controlled, and other hormones remain in sync. In contrast, refined carbohydrates and sugar cause insulin spikes followed by crashes, leading to fatigue, mood swings, and long-term insulin resistance. Hydration is another overlooked aspect of nutrition. Water is the medium through which hormones travel in the bloodstream. Dehydration makes those signals sluggish and inefficient. Even mild dehydration raises cortisol and interferes with metabolism. Drinking clean water throughout the day ensures that hormones are delivered effectively to their target tissues. Micronutrients such as magnesium, zinc, vitamin D, B vitamins also play a critical role. Magnesium supports relaxation and lowers cortisol. Zinc is crucial for testosterone production. Vitamin D regulates mood and reproductive hormones, and B vitamins assist in energy metabolism. Without these nutrients, the body cannot sustain optimal hormone function. Creating a balanced plate that includes lean protein, healthy fats, fiber-rich vegetables, complex carbohydrates is not about following a diet trend, but about feeding your endocrine system. Every meal becomes an opportunity to reset your hormonal balance or to disrupt it. Consistency in choosing whole, clean foods builds a stable internal environment where hormones can perform their jobs effortlessly and keep you feeling energized, focused, and emotionally balanced. Water is the most essential yet underestimated factor in maintaining hormonal balance. Every hormone in the body travels through the bloodstream to reach its target. Without adequate hydration, these signals become weak and inefficient. Dehydration acts like static in the body's communication system, interrupting the clear messages that hormones need to deliver. Even mild dehydration can elevate cortisol, the stress hormone, creating feelings of fatigue, debility, and brain fog. Over time, chronic dehydration places unnecessary stress on the adrenal glands, thyroid function, and metabolic processes, leaving the body struggling to maintain equilibrium. Hormones such as insulin, which regulate blood sugar, rely on hydration to function effectively. When the body lacks water, blood becomes more concentrated, and insulin has to work harder to stabilize glucose levels. This creates fluctuations in energy and increases the risk of insulin resistance. Proper hydration helps regulate ghrelin and leptin, the hormones responsible for hunger and satiety. When water intake is low, these hormones send mixed signals often leading to increased appetite and unnecessary cravings, especially for sugary or salty foods. In contrast, drinking enough water supports a steady metabolism, reduces unnecessary snacking, and keeps the body energized throughout the day. Hydration also plays a vital role in detoxification, which directly affects hormone balance. The liver and kidneys are responsible for breaking down and eliminating excess hormones once they have completed their job. Without enough water, this detoxification process slows down, allowing hormonal byproducts to accumulate and create imbalances. For women, this can manifest as estrogen dominance, irregular cycles, or mood changes. For men, inadequate hydration can contribute to lower testosterone efficiency and sluggish recovery from stress or exercise. Growth hormone, which is released during sleep and exercise, also functions more effectively in a well-hydrated body, supporting tissue repair and fat metabolism. Another powerful way hydration influences hormones is through its impact on energy and sleep. Dehydration raises heart rate and body temperature, making it harder to achieve deep, restorative sleep. Poor sleep then disrupts melatonin, cortisol, and growth hormone cycles, creating a chain reaction of hormonal imbalance. On the other hand, drinking enough water throughout the day helps regulate body temperature, keeps cells nourished, allows for deeper rest at night. The quality of water matters as much as the quantity. Clean, filtered water reduces the intake of toxins such as heavy metals and endocrine disruptors, which mimic hormones and interfere with natural processes. Choosing water over sugary drinks, sodas, or artificially flavored beverages minimizes unnecessary spikes in insulin and prevents added strain on the endocrine system. Hydration is not just about quenching thirst, it is about creating a smooth pathway for hormones to move, communicate, and sustain balance in every system of the body.